Meet your new role models.
That's
whose role models? Not my role models. I don't know whose role models these are, but they're not mine. I don't.
Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Eric.
This is LaPorsha.
And you're now tuned into Under the Radar, a weekly entertainment show that deals with music, movies, entertainment, radio, the whole shebang. We got you covered every Friday.
The first hot topic that we're going to talk about this week is the Mary J. Blige Foundation that has been in the news this week. Mm-hmm. Her FAWN Foundation, which stands for Foundation for the Advancement of Women Now. They're being sued by TD Bank over a loan that they received last year in 2011. They're being sued for $250,000 because they received a loan from the bank for the foundation, but they have yet to pay it back. They were supposed to pay it back by December, and the bank says that they only received about $370 back from $250,000.
That's too much money already.
And Mary J. Blige came out and said, the business end was not handled properly. She's not with a statement, but as a Mary J. Blige fan, I hope that this was not a scam.
And I kind of hope that this doesn't turn into a Watergate scandal.
Exactly, something that has to be investigated and everything like that. I just hope that she's able to save face and continue helping young women in all over the country. The second topic that I wanted to speak about was the new Jimi Hendrix movie that will be starring Andre 3000. I really hope that they get this. I really hope they get this movie to production and everything, and they work, because the problem right now is that the estate of Jimi Hendrix is not behind the movie, so they are saying that they won't let them use any of his music. Which, how are you gonna make a movie without
Jimi Hendrix using his own music?
Without using the music. So hopefully they can get some support from the estate, so where you're able to use, because this is really a tragic story. Jimi Hendrix died when he was 27. Damn, so he was really young, and I really hope that they can get this together and be able to tell his story, because he, dealt with drug use and everything.
Because we done all the other movies about people's stories, like Natalie Cole's story, the Dorothy Dandridge story.
And I think that with Andre 3000, that was like perfect casting for Jimi Hendrix.
And I think
that he's
the right person to fit that.
He might get an Oscar nomination off of that, just off of him looking. Because if you think about Jamie Foxx and Ray, he looked just like him. So,
exactly.
And then he also did a good job. So I know Andre 3000 is a really good actor. So, and
looking at photos of Andre 3000, he actually looks like Jimi Hendrix.
Looks just like
him. So that would be a good thing. Hopefully he can get that going. Yeah. So let's roll into some TV. Of course, last time we talked about Wild Wives and Love and Hip Hop. Now, Basketball Wives. So now it's time to get into a new show, a new season of Single Ladies.
Yeah. And you say Love City.
Season premiered last week of Single Ladies on VH1, and I really had a problem with how they dealt with the Val character. Obviously, we know that Stacey Dash is no longer on the show, and she was like the main character, Val.
She bad as hell.
Basically, what they did was they just said that she was in Milan, and then halfway through the first part of the show, he sent an email to Keisha and April saying that she was staying in Milan. Her story could have been played in so many different, better ways. Like, she could be opening up a boutique. She had one in Atlanta. She could be opening up a boutique in Milan.
She could be a top. She can do like Fashion Week or something. And she decided to stay.
She could be finding herself on some kind of soul searching or something like that. Anything else. Like,
if they really want to, they could have just been simple and killed her. Just saying. But hey.
Which they did act like she was killed, because Keisha and April and the new girl who looks just like her. I don't know if I really like her.
Who looks like her little sister, basically.
Basically. They could have said that was her little sister or something.
That would have been perfect. My little sister is taking over because I'm doing stuff in Milan. Boom. That's the story.
Exactly. I'm opening up another store in Milan. They could have did so many different things with that. But they took one of Val's dresses, like that she wore last season, and they basically poured paint on it like she was dead. I don't really like the new girl. Her story isn't really, it has too many holes in it. I don't know where they're going to go with that.
Doesn't mix in some kind of way.
She looks too much like Stacey Dash. I love Stacey Dash ever since Clueless. She follows me on Twitter, so I'm trying to give the new girl a chance, but I just really don't see it right now. So hopefully, the season will get better as we go along, but right now, I'm just not.
Well, now we're gonna jump into something that's a big night for MTV. This Sunday at 9 p.m. when the show starts, the red carpet and pre-show starts at 8 o'clock. So please tune in and for MTV. All voting for the show is going on right now. So go to www.mtv.com for more voting. Now, as far as the show goes, there's so many categories, so many big movies that came out, and MTV's done a great job of broadcasting these movies a lot so people know what's going on with the characters in the movies.
There were some big movies this year.
Hunger Games was one of the top movies. The Help was a big movie. But as far as the categories go, the categories for this year, you have Breakthrough Performance, Best On-Screen Transformation, On-Screen Dirtbag, which is something new. Best
Villain,
basically. Basically, Best Music, Best Male Performance, Best Female Performance, Best Kiss, Best Gut-Wrenching Performance, Best Fight, Best Female, Best Comedic, Best Hero, and then, of course, Movie of the Year. Now, as far as me and LaPorsha goes, we have our own picks for some categories.
Yeah.
For Best Music, if you haven't seen Project X, for the course of the Big Party movie, Kid Cudi's Pursuit Happiness, the Steve Aoki dance remix version of the song, is a great pick for Best Music. As far as Best Film Performance, I chose Josh Hutcherson from The Hunger Games.
I did as well because that was basically the only movie out of the categories that I've seen, so that's the only one that I can judge off of a performance.
I mean, it happens. As far as the best fight, I would say the best fight was Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson versus Alexander Ludwig in Hunger Games at the end before they try to do whatever.
Because that was that was one of the big moments of the movie when they got rid of all the rest of the people and they had to decide whether they were going to kill each other.
Exactly. As far as Best Female, I mean, come on. Jennifer Lawrence did an amazing job in Hunger Games.
And I can't wait to see her in the next movie because it's just going to pick up where the cliffhanger left off in the first movie.
Yeah, so. Catching Fire. I've read the book already. It's actually very good. So I'm ready to see the movie now for it. For Best Cast. Best Cast had a lot of people, great movies to choose from, but I chose The Help. Because, I mean, of course, Octavia Spencer won an Oscar. That's the first thing off the gate.
Exactly.
Emma Stone has done her thing, which she is actually getting the Trailblazer Award for this year. So tune in for that. Also, Viola Davis, great actress. I love her work. And Bryce Dallas Howard does a great job too, eating doo-doo pie. Anyway,
that was the best part of the movie. That's what won Octavia Spencer. If you make a woman eat boo pie, you gotta win. Whatever award you're up for, you have to win.
Basically, we've been to our next category we chose from Best Gut-Wrenching Performance.
Oh gosh.
The top two that we thought of was between Bryce Dallas Howard and in The Help eating the boo pie. And also in Bridesmaids, when she ran out, when they ate all the crazy food, the restaurant all got food poisoning. She actually took in the street in the wedding dress. So I mean, I chose Bryce Dallas Howard because that's something that's to the extreme. To seal the deal, her mother saying you eat not one piece, you ate two pieces. That seals the deal. The whole entire scene.
That whole movie was great.
And then of course the big category of the night is Movie of the Year. For the last 3 years, Twilight has dominated Movie of the Year, Best Kiss, and some other ones, Best Film Performance. But I think this year might be a little different. I feel that Movie of the Year for this year, I think Hunger Games might take this one. Because
The Hunger Games or The Help?
Either Hunger Games or The Help. I mean, to be honest, the top three is Hunger Games, Breaking Dawn Part 1, and The Help. That's the top. I'm ready to see who's going to take that off because that's going to be really crazy that their reign as Movie of the Year has been shot down by Katniss Everdeen.
She shot down
and
Peter. Peter
Millard. Not Peter Millard. As far as all voting, like I said before, is go to www.mtv.com for more. So this Sunday, June 3rd at 9 p.m. on MTV, the MTV Movie Awards. Check that out, and we'll give you some feedback on.
Season finale of season 5 is coming up next Tuesday.
I mean, all the news that's going on about Tia Mowry Hardrick and Pooch Hall, aka Melanie and Derwin. This is going around that they're leaving the show, that they're not coming back. The two main characters leaving the show. That's the first problem. To get rid of two main characters, that makes no sense. So now the thing is, are we bringing back some old characters, some old faces? If you watch the episode, Rick Fox popped out of nowhere randomly. Malik, and if you saw the dramatic ending with Malik and Jenna, they was arguing in the middle of nowhere. It looked like they was in Kansas or Missouri or Oklahoma or somewhere. But I mean, as far as Melanie Derwin's drama, the beef between them, the tension throughout the episode was like, he really just said that to her like that? She really just did that? It's a lot going on. So also,
basically she wants to pursue her doctor's career, and he wants to stay in San Diego where he's the star. And what I think that they should do with the storyline, since Tia and Pooch are not going to be on next season, I think what they should do with Melanie and Derwin is they should move both of them to DC where they can, pursue her doctor degree. They can both be there. They can both be together. They won't have to be split up.
And DJ's close by.
And DJ's close by in New York because Janae moved with her fiance. She's getting married. So New York and DC are not too far away. So, if Derwin has money, he can, travel back and forth. So, and then, she can pursue her degree at Johns Hopkins, which she's talked about since day one. I gave up Johns Hopkins
for your legacy and so on. So I think
that, Derwin should look into being traded to DC.
Versus, did you see how Jason walked in and said, we need to talk, sat down, already signed my name, gave it to him while I back out, which was some hard stuff.
I love Brandy, though, so I wish that they could keep her on the show.
For Chardonnay. At the same time, too, I'm thinking that Kelly Pitts might come back because it was a scene that he talked to her about the relationship and their status, what's going on. So you might see Kelly Pitts pop out of nowhere for next season. That'd be crazy,
Yeah, and they would probably bring her back. That's the story.
Tasha and Pookie, that's all I gotta say.
All of a sudden they're together.
Derwin and Melanie, we don't know what's going on. We have to find out. But it's a lot going on, a lot of things happening. Want to see what's going on, and what's the future for the game, basically.
I just hate that show is like going downhill.
It really is. It is. When we first saw the game, season 1, it was like top of its game. It was something to watch. Now it turned into like something. But speaking of people leaving, we want to give a special shout out to Terrence J. Aguilam and Roxy Diaz. Recent news of them actually announcing on 116 Park that they're leaving the show. We don't know exactly when, but it's going to be soon. So big shouts to them too. We've rolled with y'all for
7 years.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years?
I didn't know it's been 7 years.
But I say it's been a while. So the time is flying, so we never know.
Yeah, but we know that they're probably, going on to bigger and better things.
Acting,
Terrence is,
Think Like a Man is
still top 10.
Roxy back to California, do her thing with acting. So, they got bigger things to look forward to in life. So it's going to be good for them. If you need some new hosts for your show, I'm just saying, we can take over for it. Now we're going to show a short preview of a movie that's in theaters right now, Snow White and the Huntsman, which stars Charlize Theron, Kristen Stewart, and Chris Hemsworth.
One of my prisoners has escaped. Find me someone who doesn't fear the dark forest and hunt her down.
If I refuse...
Come to me if you dare.
I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom.
Last week we gave y'all Jam of the Week, which was HYFR by Drake, featuring Lil Wayne. This week we're giving you a different genre of music.
This week's Jam of the Week is We Are Young by Fun featuring Janelle Monáe. I really like this song. I really do. I'm LaPorsha.
I'm Eric.
And you're now under the radar.
Hit me. No, not that. No.
Take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.